They'll be calling you when radical. Holy fuck, you don't even want to know this fucking weather. I've never seen Mother Earth fighting back. This is a real important video. We'll try to get in somewhere where we can get out of the wind. Let's get in the dry cask container. Holy shit. Crazy ass weather. I mean crazy. So, Mother Earth's fighting back. It's the death of all the great whales. So, oh, can I run now? It's even windy in a freaking dry cask. So let's get into the permanent location for the dry cask. This is major story, so thank you, Dan. Let's get in here in the permanent solution. So, the dry cask containers. So this is extreme. This could be one of the most important videos I ever do. That's saying a lot. So stay with me. Thank you, Dan. That was a great report yesterday. This delay has been a year delay. Was not our friend. It was a sham. It was a ruse. The people that are funding this delay work for them. I mean, you can argue with me all you want. You know, they just show up from Pennsylvania out of the blue. I remember I was at the San Capistrano hearing, not on the, you know, when I went at Alice, they got a table set up. I'm like, who are you people? I mean, I've been at this fighting San Onofre since I was a little boy. So this is a big deal. So they started reloading the dry cask yesterday. So they got 44, Bernard Devoto, 44, my number, more to go. Take one down, pass it around. They've spent 50 years now. At the end of Dan's perfect story yesterday, thank you. I work with a lot of media down there. Behind the scenes, I do all the dirty work. And by the way, our congressman down there, I like this guy a lot. He used to sit right next to me. He and I mean, he's all over this. So this is a major story. So Feinstein, your friend down there, she's a corporatist, neocon Republican from hell. She's on this committee. They killed the funding at Yucca Mountain again. Yucca Mountain's not happening. I mean, I'm telling you, it's been built. We spent $15 billion on it. It ain't going to happen. And I'll tell you why it's not going to happen. Because the power that they wield and the lobbyists, I mean, until we get money out of lobbyists and politics, you're done in this country, Patriot Act. So, but here, there's hope. Really, this is great news, and listen to me. As San Onofre goes, the world's going to go. I work with Holtec closely. I'm on Holtec's side big time. Holtec will tell you, straight up, American Pops refuses to deal with this. If Yucca Mountain doesn't prove that to you, by law, what are laws in this fucking country? What are laws? Ha! Fuck. Look at GE, lies on earnings reports in your country, the gray whales washing up dead, the salmon have epically collapsed. This is all cute, you know. So, and I'll get back to this now. Stay with me. So in Washington, oh, we don't like it. Ooh, what's that smell? What's that smell? It's a dead whale in Carmel. Whiskey bottles and brand new cars. Don't run into a fucking dead fucking pine tree. So, we don't like the smell. This is important. As I was walking the coast, I'm the guy that leaked all that. If it was for me, San Onofre would have never been shut down. Never. I'm telling you, they had no intention. I'm the guy that got them shut down. That's a fact, Jack, and a lot of the great other activists who worked for years and years who were passed in front of me, you know, that did incredible freaking work, you know, down there. And there's still a tiny army that does. I'm the one that leaked they were cheating all that. I mean, and the workers inside who still to this day will not show their face because the nuclear incinerator will kill you. You think I'm kidding? You know nothing about these monsters. So this is a giant story. So stay with me. It's not going to Yucca Mountain. I'm telling you. Not on Bleeping Beach. So I spoke at the NRC hearing, as you know, in Austin as they move. I speak at all these hearings. I've been speaking at the San Onofre hearing since I was a little boy, fighting these tooth and nail. I could write tons of books. A song to end all songs. That's me. So why on a bone marrow transplant in critical condition, sucking up, dying? I was conceived literally right there on the beach. You know how many times I've been in that place. I mean, so I've been working with Holtec. I've been working with PG&E, CalEd, all of them closely. So what's going to happen? Now listen to me. This is important. All hands on deck, all hands on deck. In our canisters. The canisters, the one that blew up at W.I.P.P. was made here. The San Onofre generator was taken away. San Onofre had a nuclear accident. That's right. You don't believe me? You go talk to Kamala Harris, who I worked very close with. Kamala Harris. She was the Attorney General at the time. And so she raided the corruption at San Onofre, hot water gate. By the way, so you know, you fainting goats, why I call it hot water gate. Where's Nixon from? Right there. You know, where is the Winter White House? Right there. I mean, my dad murdered right there. My dad was killed. Nuked him in Nevada test site. San Onofre, Pendleton, San Onofre, Pendleton, the human lab rats. Conceived on the beach, Kevin Blanch, literally right there. Mutated. I've been fighting for my life, as you know, them leukemia. Now this is real important. This is my work. So, the canisters, it is my work. I'm the one that first exposed that Holtec said, yes, we're going to be able to leave the canisters where they can be pulled back out in temporary permanent transport. So as far as temporary permanent transport goes, stay with me, this is real important. You like this wind? Whoa! It's insane, this weather. Mother Earth fighting back. Oh boy, she's mad. So, the dry cast canisters, now this is real important. W.I.P.P, New Mexico. So the NRC, these permits, Holtec has been buying up plants all over. Now the people that showed up and trying to block at Oceanside, by the way, I ended up walking, you don't even want to know, I got a story at Oceanside that will blow your mind last night. Well, you cannot make this up. Wow. Don't come around here no more. Oh, the Tom Petty liar in the freaking music store. Whoa, that's my song. So, I've been working with them, so this is real important stuff. W.I.P.P blew up. $2 billion, what's W.I.P.P? I remember I was in San Diego at Peter's house. Peter's great, by the way. You know, Rachel, all of us, I'll be back in San Diego soon. I'll be in Monterey soon. I'm waiting for all this weather to break and clear. I got a lot of work to do down there. So, one of Peter's friends comes over and he says, hey, smart dude, alcoholic, says, do you know, I worked on the drawings originally. They were drawn out of here at San Diego on a place called W.I.P.P. Do you know about the pilot program on W.I.P.P? They never built it? I said, never built it. It blew up. Oh, it built it. The waste is already going there. So the permits have been filed. So the NRC, who she's corrupt, by the way, from this university, you know, who new scale, the little reactors, that's a whole other dissertation, the corruption. Utah's the most corrupt place in the world. These dirty Governor Herbert belongs in prison just for the fact Mike Lee illegally tried to bring in nuclear waste here. His father died, blah, blah, blah. The San Onofre generator was parked in the Energy Solutions dump site in Utah illegally. It's radiating the hell out of this place. So, they have filed a permit with the NRC. Now, the NRC's always turned this down. Now, by the way, I want people to understand, a Mormon from Utah, who's the reason that legally, by law, they can temporarily, now, this is an illegal law. Now, stay with me. This is extremely important. I'll help you guys out. Somebody should sit down and interview me on this. So, I'm fighting tooth and nail. I'm full of cancer. I'm walking the coast. I'm dying of leukemia, as you know. I'm in San Diego County, Orange County, every day, all day, fighting for my life, sucked up to nothing. On the beach, documenting the dead tide pools, documenting the freaking epic acute collapse. So, Harry Reid, he appoints, the only person that's ever gone off Allison McFarland on San Onofre, on the cover-up. You don't believe me? Go ask the Barbara Boxers. Allison McFarland through Barbara Boxer with subpoena power, which the Trump administration is doing now. They just ignore congressional subpoenas. Now, you think about that. Whoa. So, Harry Reid and the NRC, when Alice McFarland was head, and now Gregory Giacco, who I know, I'm the guy that hooked him up with, and the ex-prime minister of Japan, who I know, you know, right there, he's in La Jolla all the time. USS Reagan, stay with me. So this is important stuff. This is a book. This is a PhD. This is important. Harry Reid, with a stroke of the pen, says the nuclear rally cheerleaders, as I call them, Nuclear Rigor Committee, has turned all nuclear waste site reactors, all of them, 104, take one down, pass them around, into official dump sites. Illegally, only Congress can do that, right? Well, it's legal now. While you were asleep, the teabagger Congress passed it. They passed it. So it's congressional law. It's law. I used to go at them. It's not legal, which it wasn't legal. It's legal now. They can leave it on site legally. While you were asleep, not only that, they passed a law to kill sea lions for the nuclear industry collapsing the San. I mean, while everybody's asleep in shiny ballism, this nightmare is going on. So it's legal for them to leave it on site, which they leave it on site in lots of reactors all over, including the one up the coast, you know, in Humboldt County. It's on site. You know, you talk, and which he's right. The worst case scenario and the worst one, San Onofre, the poster child for everything wrong. Now, why is this so important? Kevin's Blanch's work so historic. Because it wasn't for me, it does never shut down. That's a fact, Jack. I'm the one that leaked them. We're going to hit the beach on D-Day. We're going to hit the beach on D-Day. They were afraid of me and my army, and they should have been. They knew I had all the goods. They knew I was going to get them sent to prison. They knew I had Kamala Harris on my side. They knew. They knew I had Anonymous working with me. They knew I had whistleblowers all on side there, and they're afraid of jail, and they knew the corruption and the lies. We're going to hit the beach on D-Day. We're going to hit the beach today. They announce on D-Day we're closing. And historic, important work. Such an important date, the day that Bobby Kennedy was killed 50 years ago. I mean, we've done so much historic work on that incredible date. So, the NRC now, for the first time in history, has agreed to review the permit of Holtec to put it in New Mexico and Texas, not W.I.P.P. Now, right across the border, Rick Perry and gang, they say that Texas has consented. They had consent-based hearings. I went to them all. I traveled all over the country and went to the consent-based hearings. I spoke, you know, I just recently spoke at the one in Texas. So, via, you know, they wouldn't, it was questioned, they answered my question on can we move this off to permanent thing. Now stay with me, this is real important. How about this weather? Oh, yeah, I know. For all you consumption junkies. Now I'm shooting a video on the dry cast containers at San Onofre. So, God, this weather is incredible. So, the dry cast canisters, the NRC's agreed to review the permit. Texas has said that we've consented. And I said, yeah, like a passed out co-ed behind a dumpster. They say Idaho's consented. So, they have a field in Texas right over the border. That's where it's going to go. And San Onofre is going to be the first, and it's going to go not in the next decade. This could happen very fast. So the delay, they started reloading the canisters at San Onofre yesterday. They would have already been done. It's a major process. It's a very vulnerable place right now as they move these canisters. It's really a vulnerable situation right now. I mean, blocking it was not a friend. They would have been done. Tick tock, we need to start working on Diablo Canyon clock. That waste there is I mean, so not on the beach. So they've agreed to review. Holtec's working diligently. Holtec's buying up freaking reactors all over for this reason because they know the government, I mean, it's passed by law, but what does law matter in this country? Kamala Harris ran for Senate, dropped the ball. These people should all went to bed to jail. Not my words, hers. You know, she raided the house, got hand-side goods, you know, but that's the way we are. White-collar crime's not even encouraged, and poisoning the earth. Ooh, that smell, it's dead wells at Puget Sound. Ooh, we don't like it, honey. The hypocrites, the greenwashers, the panty painters, you know, and the backstabbers. So it's going to move from, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. They're going to get it into those canisters. It'll be done soon. I mean, they'll move quickly now. They'll move it, and San Onofre will be the first one. The first one, first nuclear reactor will be the first one. I mean, as San Onofre goes, this whole thing's going to go. They'll take it out of those canisters, and they're going to move it to New Mexico in the exact same pads. They have the same pads they have. They're putting them in as San Onofre. You know, the Holtec canister. They will transport all legal, as you know, still say centrally located, shooting into space. And it's going to go to Texas on the Carlsbad border. That's where it's going to go. And it's going to happen, I'm telling you. And without Kevin Blanch, it would have never happened. And you can go talk to the NRC, you can go talk to Holtec, you can go talk to PG and everything. Oh yeah. This is the kind of work that I do. You know, full of cancer, no money, you know, freelance, just a guy. So this is big news. As the gray wells are starving to death, the tide pools are dead. Too late, baby, it's too late. Well, you know, I don't know, man. Mother Earth's rejecting. Mother Earth's fighting back in a big way. She's pissed. You know, you kill her, the Chinook salmon collapse, the hallowed creatures, the spiritual beings called gray whale. Everybody's salmon off. Everybody knows what spiritual creatures in California, they used to, what a gray whale is. When 119 of them washed up dead, that's right, 100, I'm the guy that does all that too. The amount of work that I do is so incredible, historic, it is incredible. Here in the dry cask container. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. That was a fantastic report you gave yesterday. Thrilled, you know, and I call it District 49, the new 49ers. You know, the 49ers were up for the gold. My grandfather's the statue at Old Town. At Old Town, up on the, that's my great-grandfather. He's the guy that found the gold slips. You know. That's, my grandpa was Abe the Fourth. I mean, I made the six on him. I didn't inherit any wealth. He didn't believe in it. He's an old school San Diego socialist, for real. PB. So, this is important stuff. So, this will be the first one, and I'll tell you what, this is going to happen. I think it's going to happen. It ain't going to Yucca Mountain, which is, you know, powers there be. It's going to go to Texas. That's the way Rick Perry wants it. That's the way he gets it. In Texas, I guess you want it from what they say. So you tell me. So it's going to happen. Stop delaying it. It's a marquee historic day. This 9-month delay was not our friend. And the people that sponsored with hundreds of thousands of dollars, wow, they did nothing but delay this for 9 months, which puts us in a very vulnerable situation. Let's cross our fingers and pray we do not get an earthquake there in the next couple of months as they get this into these dry. Is it safer in those dry canisters on the beach? By 10 million times in those spent fuel pools. You should be focusing on Diablo Canyon, which is the most dangerous reactor in the world right now. Second, besides Fukushima. TikTok. Film at 11, 3 of them. Thank you, Dan. Important historic stuff. Stand tuned, not on the fucking beach. Kevin V. Blanch.